head, and there he goes. Abyss gonna clean him up.
Olaf goes down. Everyone's just gonna line up here for Lazzy. He's gonna find himself the Quadra. Give it to him. It's a kill.
Grizzly with the quad feed.
Gets the ace. Available, just spin to win all over.
That game was insane.
Hello everybody, and welcome to St. Clair Saints Valorant. My name is Jackson Pride Brown, joined alongside Amanda Commanda Dupuy here tonight, and we got some great Valorant action for you guys in the NECC here. It is going to be your St. Clair Saints versus the University of Ottawa here tonight. Going to be a great matchup in this NECC regular season play. You know, the St. Clair Saints have been playing fairly well here throughout this one so far, and they're looking to maybe add on another W to their record here tonight. But last time they went against University of Ottawa, it did not end too hotly for them. I think it was a 13-7, something along that line of a score line between St. Clair Saints and Ottawa last time around. But tonight, we're going to see them in a best-of-3 action. So, Amanda, how are you feeling about this matchup here?
I'm feeling skeptical. I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen. We are in a best-of-3. Previously, Saints lost 7-13 for University of Ottawa. So that's a little scary thinking about, you know, going up against them today. I know there's a little bit of nerves in the nest today, but I feel like they could come back for redemption. You know, at least take a map off them, if not both. Like, that would be great to see.
Yeah, for sure. You know, one thing I do say is no doubt in my mind, U of Ottawa picks up a map here against the Saints. But like you were saying, picking up, you know, 1 and potentially 2 and getting that W here tonight would be huge. But if St. Clair does come through with the win here tonight, I completely agree. I do think this is going to be in a Game 3 situation if they do come through with the win here tonight. As U of Ottawa is just a very strong roster, and they're bound to kind of, no, they're not bound to take a map off of us, but they've got the skill set and they've got the mechanics to do so. So we're going to see what happens in that kind of regard. But we do have the roster here underway. So I think we're just briefly over my head. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. We got Austin Wombat Downs. We got Reese Blossom de Wagner. Gavin Casper Zhang. He will not have a cam here tonight as he will be playing from home here due to unfortunate circumstances. And Andrew V. Teed, and then Jackson JRC Court. So, I mean, all the guys there, you look, they're all getting ready to go here. They're all smirking, talking to each other. You know, they're getting ready to join into the lobby and getting the momentum, getting the juices flowing in the nest there.
Absolutely. I like to think that the picture of Casper is just kind of like cheering them on, since he's not. We don't have a picture of him to really see. Every time they look over at each other, it looks like they're looking at the picture of him. So it's pretty funny.
Yeah, for sure. So, like we were saying, with this matchup here tonight, U of Ottawa, I don't think we have any maps here yet, but with it being a best-of-3, you know, I'm anticipating a lot of close scores. The thing is that I find with this Valorant squad is, you know, it's, you know, they're either really strong on the attack or really strong on the defense, and it's hard for them to be, like, balanced kind of more or less, where, like, you know, they can get, you know, 6 rounds on the offense and 6 on the defense, or, you know, 6 or 7, whatnot, along those lines. That's one thing I'm really looking out for here tonight, is to see a little bit more balanced play, rather than, let's say, oh crap, we're going to lose this map because we are starting on offense, or, right, or something along those lines. That's one thing I really want to look out for here tonight, is to see, you know, the plays actually come accordingly, depending on what side they're on.
Yeah, I think especially the tournaments that they did the last 2 weekends before this past weekend, they played a lot, so I think that could set them up for some, like, they had a lot of extra practice. They played against some crazy teams. Like, you know, I really don't know who's going to win today. I know they said they were a little bit nervous, but I still feel like they could come through with a 2-1.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, St. Clair, if they want to come through with that 2-1 today, everybody needs to be playing their A game. They got to bring their A game if they want to win. The head's got to be up, the momentum's got to be there, the motivation's got to be there, and the teamwork, most importantly, has to be there. That's one thing that we've really noticed here throughout the season as well, is that the teamwork has been growing and more, like you said, with these past 2 weekends of the tournament play and whatnot. The team has been growing exponentially, chemistry-wise, you know, just basic mechanics-wise, utility-wise, whatnot. So I'm really looking to see that all come through to light today, and the chemistry looking just a little stronger than it was before. Same with, I want to see more of their ability uses when entering into sites. Like, that's one thing I feel like we've noticed a lot sometimes when they're playing through, that they get shut down on because, you know, the utility is not there to, you know, make them get into sites. They need these smokes, they need the flashes, they need, you know, everything like that to actually be able to enter into these sites successfully. And I'm really going to be keeping an eye out here for that tonight. But we are just waiting on one more player to join the lobby before we get kicked off with game number 1 of our best of 3 here.
Should be pretty exciting tonight. I know like I said, everyone's a little bit nervous, but also a little bit excited because if they do pull through with this win, that could be very big for their confidence.
Oh, massive. You know, taking a W here would be absolutely massive for their momentum, you know, their record, their seeding, you know, like, you know, if they're a mid-pack team, a top-of-the-pack team, a lower-of-the-pack team, right? This matchup will really decide that because, you know, taking down, like, St. Clair's the underdog here in this matchup just due to looking at the last matches scored, looking at teams' records, looking at how they play in general, right? So, a win here, like you were saying, would definitely improve their, you know, not even improve how teams also look at them. Because if you see that they take down uOttawa Garnet, then they take, you know, that it's like, oh, okay, that's a little bit scarier here. Now teams might, you know, lose a little bit of confidence. And I feel like if you can, you know, make teams lose confidence before you even start playing them, it's really big. It's really good for the mind games.
For sure. Mind games in esports is an aspect, like, that's not really talked about that much, you know? Like, if the team is feeling like they're going to lose, they'll probably lose just because they're not going to be playing their best. They think, oh, well, it doesn't really matter anyways, even if they don't realize it, even if it's subconscious. So
Yeah, sure.
if they can get that little bit of confidence boost from a win, like something like that today, that would be very great for their mental and going forward in this league.
Yeah, so first map is going to be Ascent here, as you guys can see on screen. And when I was talking about how St. Clair needs to use utility to break into sites, this is exactly the map I was talking about when they need to do that. You know, when they're on the offensive side of things, you're going to see them probably 70% of the time go towards that A site here rather than B, or go towards mid, take that mid control, and then a result to going A at the end of the day. But yeah, this is one of the maps that I really do think that utility needs to come in and be massive on. They will be starting on the defending side, which honestly does make me a little bit more happy to see for St. Clair to, you know, be able to, you know, start on the defending side here of this map. Because if they start on the attacking side here, I will not be so confident. But I believe this actually is going to be uOttawa's map pick, though, in result. Because if it is their map pick, they will be starting on the attacking side most of the time. So yeah, this is most likely uOttawa's map pick, which makes me concerned for St. Clair. But as I was saying, starting defending side could be really good for them.
So here we can kind of see the agent selection. Again, we are against uOttawa. So we have Blady, Housey, Jeremy, Elicitations, and APL around the same roles that they were playing last time. And then with St. Clair, we have Casper, JRC, Wombat, Blossom, and Vcan. And they're playing pretty much their classic comp for this map as well.
Yeah, you see the same character select from everybody here, except for the switch up between Electricians and Wombat, I believe it was. Oh, never mind, we get some changes potentially. No, it's still, the only difference is still those two. It's going to be that Reyna versus the Sky kind of pick is going to be literally the big only difference between these two teams. And that's actually really interesting because now you can see how these teams might be able to use these differently. Well, I feel like Sky, more of a defensive, more operator character type player, but Reyna is one of those players that can use an eye, really run into a site and break through, right? So I think that those character selects will also have something to do with, you know, how the starting sides, right? Because you see St. Clair starting on the defending side. They're picking more of a defending type operator base, where uOttawa starting offense side going to pick a more little offensive setup here. But let's see how things get going as we're 25 seconds away from starting off with round number 1, game number 1 of this NECC regular season matchup.
You definitely want to do your character selection based on the map that the side of the map that you're starting on first, because that first half is potentially where you're going to be spending most of your time in that game. So it's interesting to see the agent select reflecting that, and I think it's a really smart decision.
Yes, indeed. So the pistols are bought in, the utility is there, and everybody has all the items that they would like to purchase throughout this one. So immediately it's going to be JRC getting aggressive over here towards this A site, and he could really be in a good position. I mean, APL's just on the other side of that little green box there, but will JRC scope it out? I mean, JRC, he's in a really good spot to do so, and that's spiked down, and Vcan finds one on the other side of the map. Housey finds one as well. Blossom gonna get that refrag there. So now it's an easy 4-on-2 for St. Clair, and this is a great setup, especially when they know where Blade and Jeremy are, and they're pinched in mid. Casper will take down Jeremy, leaving Blade now in a 1-on-3.
Blade now has to figure out how to grab this spike without dying here. Oh, takes out JRC with the pistol. Gonna try to grab the spike quickly and run maybe to A site. Looks like that's the plan, but I do believe that's Casper going heaven right now, so he has to be careful for that.
Yeah, however, Blade does have that Frenzy now, a little bit better of a weapon for this post plant specifically, rather than his, regular pistol there setup. And Casper, I mean, he could get burned down here. It's 125 health against Casper at a half HP, where Blade is just in a great position here to take this fight, to be completely honest. It could prove to be a big difficulty for Casper. Now they have that intel, and his dart did not work out how he wanted it either, but there is another player behind him that's spotted out, and intel is there, and that's the benefit of having two players. You can pinch him out and push him out of his positioning. Casper and Wombat do that perfectly, and St. Clair will take round 1 of this series.
That's the benefit of double peeking there. When there's one person left on that plant site, they both get there at the same time. They peek him at the same time. That way he can't possibly watch two completely different angles at once. So that was very smart by the side of St. Clair. And it looks like they're going to go for some Spectres and up their kit a little bit this round.
Yes, indeed. So no surprise there, really, to be completely honest as well, because, you win that round 1. It's very typical for you to force buy up in that round number 2 because, why would you have your pistols going against other pistols right now? This is essentially now a free round for St. Clair as long as they can play it out right. Don't want to give them any sort of caster's curse or anything, but the Spectres over the pistols is such a massive difference.
Definitely. Spectres are, I don't know if it's still now, but I know that they were quite a broken weapon for a while.
Yeah, I mean, for a while they were, a point where, they were a little bit better than sometimes, rifles in certain situations. So, definitely a little interesting to see there. Good utility early from Casper. And another great utility from Blossom. He should be able to maybe find a third, but no, it will be able. APL backing off, but Casper finds one there. APL, though, going to immediately get refragged, and that's a 3K for Blossom, leaving Jeremy as the last player alive. And very surprisingly, Jeremy will take down Wombat there towards mid, and that's actually a Spectre retrieved. 1-on-3, though, going to make things very difficult for himself, especially with that spike down.
So it looks like Jeremy here can't really get that spike with all 3 of them watching. It's going to be very, very difficult, but he does have a Spectre off of one of the St. Clair players' bodies. Going to try to go around, but as you can see, they're all holding separate angles, very, very tight to the bomb. So if he is going to grab that bomb, he needs to run out of there as soon as possible.
He's got to find a pick or something. I mean, this turret's about to poke him out. Oh, never mind. That was his own team's turret, but that was his own turret. But yeah, so he actually will be making his entrance here now to try to get this bomb. But I mean, I would not be surprised if he immediately gets shut down. Shock dart, that's going to connect on him, takes him down to 19. VCAN puts a bullet in him, cleans him up, and that is now going to be St. Clair with that 2-0 lead. So uOttawa Garnet, the team, the favors here in this matchup. They've won previously. Not too hot of a start, but they will have buys here, which changes everything, because now it's actually going to be uOttawa Garnet with a better upper hand on the buys, where St. Clair still going to have 3 of those Spectres, and then those 2 bottom players, they're going to be buying on pistols. I think that might be all they're keeping as well, because unless they buy something in the next 5 seconds or so, that's going to be the Frenzy and pistol there for the other 2 players from St. Clair, joined alongside the 3 Spectres. As now, as I was saying, uOttawa Garnet with full rifles, going to be very hard for St. Clair to come through with this W here.
I think it's smart to kind of, since they have the 2 wins, they can afford to eco a little bit to make sure that they'll consistently be able to get good weapons. How's he going to shoot through smokes here onto A site? Nobody really moving too much yet. Looks like JRC and Blossom are going to try to hold in that little cubby, garden, and just see if anybody will walk through.
Oh no, JRC might get baited by it a little bit here. I mean, I'm hoping for the best for him here. I mean, this is a very interesting situation. But if he can time this out right, JRC should have one potentially, but the player to his left is really what's making me a concern. Yeah, APL going to take him down. So now it's going to be Wombat, though. He does get some intel that there is a player B main. So the intel's there, but that's going to be Electricians taking down Blossom as well. Not the frag you like to see come through, especially in Tree. That really opens up the A site, leaving Casper as the only one here. He does have this Spectre in play, but all the players are over here. Casper does find one. He actually makes it out with his life. Really good play call there from him to at least, make this retake potentially a little easier. Still a lot of work to do ahead of him, but now they know where Casper is as well. Not going to make things easy by any means.
Looks like VCAN and actually, who is on the sky right now? It's Wombat. VCAN and Wombat are going to choose to go around and try to... Ooh, as I say that, Elicitations takes out Wombat, takes out VCAN too. Casper, the only one left. They know where he is. He needs to get out of there. defuse that bomb as soon as possible. The timer is ticking.
Yeah,
Time is almost up.
If I'm Casper here, I mean, play for an exit. You know, try to get something at least here, or maybe that rifle from the jet that did go down. I mean, it looks like he's going for these exits here. He spots one out, but Jeremy, with the better weaponry, will shut him down. So, though it was actually, I think it was Electricians for uOttawa Garnet there, who had a 3K, and he really opened up tree there for uOttawa, and it really provided, you know, uOttawa to be able to come through an entry there. However, St. Clair will have the rifles here this time. Everybody does have a full rifle, except for Wombat. He's going to be forced down onto a Bulldog, but it's all made up because JRC's got the op in hand, and we're going to see that one come to light here. And St. Clair having an op on the CT side going into round 4 is huge for them. It can really shut down some angles and get them some picks here. Housey, I don't think is able to afford, unless there's a Phantom on the ground for him. We'll see, but... Oh, actually, no, he has his knives. Housey has his knives, I believe. JRC, though, takes down APL with a great shot. 5v4 early in things, and that's a really big pick for St. Clair.
The choice to go with that pistol for that extra round to be able to afford the op is suddenly starting to show its worth. Looks like he's going to try to get another pick here. They know exactly where he is, so he has to be really careful. Oh, he gets another one. A nasty headshot on that jet. How is he going to go down to that?
It's so nasty when you have jets as your oppers, because as soon as they get the peak, their first button they tap afterward is that dash, and it helps you get away so quick after finding a pick. And Casper actually gonna get a bunch of tags there onto one of those players on the side of uOttawa Garnet, but Jeremy gonna find a little bit of a kill there on a Wombat. That is some gave up. JRC with the 3K on the op, and Blade's trying to find him on this. Oh, the repeat could be dangerous, but it's all right. Never mind. JRC, though, cleans it up with a pistol. That's a 4K for JRC.
Did he get that pistol kill from across? Oh, my goodness. That's a crazy kill. As you can see, he looks very happy about his work in that map and the match. So, you know, 4K for JRC there. All players really showing that they learned a lot and they're coming back for revenge.
I love that op play from JRC there. I mean, he had the perfect positioning. They played it perfectly, and uOttawa Garnet, to be completely honest, played right into his hands for how he wanted that round to go. So, JRC picking up there now 5 kills, 3 deaths, top fragging for the side of St. Clair. Let's see if he can do it again. Will there be another quick peek on him? It doesn't look so. uOttawa Garnet, they're learning here now. They're putting a bit of utility on him, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Jeremy going to go down. JRC being very aggressive. He will get shot down from Housey there. And Casper down as well. Casper was a big player in that one-on-one, but Blossom is there for a refrag, and he finds 2. If Blossom didn't find that other one, that's very dangerous for St. Clair, but him finding that makes things go massive. Electrician's now going to come in and push, and Blossom, 3K. He is holding this bomb down single-handedly. Housey will have JRC's op in hand, though.
This is a totally different St. Clair than the first time that we saw these two teams play. It's absolutely insane. There's only Housey left. Gonna go up through this little glass area. Wombat knows where he is. He's gonna try to get him, and he succeeds.
St. Clair, as we said it, if they are gonna do something here, they have to bring their A game. This is their A game. This is the best I've ever seen St. Clair roster play.
Definitely. I think this is definitely, as we've seen so far, their peak.
Yeah, it's
only going up, though.
Yeah, they're doing really good here right now. You know, it's going to force uOttawa Garnet onto a share of pistol buy. Not ideal for them by any means. And then St. Clair College looking to rack up another one here potentially. Now they already got 4 on the board. And, you know, leading by 3 here at this point in the game is massive. I assume that they can just keep this going. They need to get a substantial amount of rounds on the defense, because I'm not confident in their offense here, really. I'm going to be completely honest. It has not looked good here on Ascent by any means, and that's what's really making me worried. But to be fair, they are looking like a lot better of a roster overall. Housey, though, will have his ult out here, and could make me some concern. But JRC as well. This is a knife-v-knife battle.
Ooh. This could be very dangerous if he's not careful. There's so many players peeking out over this large area. Housey... Here's Wombat over there, but JRC is looking to peek out and take him out, potentially. Or he might just wait and see if he hears any footsteps.
This is a very interesting setup overall. I mean, Garnet, they have that full mid control, but other than that, every other point of exit from mid is kind of like locked down. Like, you know, there's 4 ways from mid and out of mid, and they're all locked down by St. Clair players. Blossom will find that first one there onto Electricians. He might find another as well, and he does. JRC will take down ABL. Wombat finds Jeremy. Now a 1-on-5, all for the jet being Housey. He finds 1, and now we'll pick up a Vandal. What else can he do? That's the real question here. He will be location revealed. They know that he was there just because they saw him. And the
30 seconds
drone now
left.
coming up, going to give that intel even further. Blossom, though, will be the one to clean up. Now he's got a 3K. I think that's Blossom's second 3K of the game, or one 3K, one 4K. Either way, he's 10-3. He's having a game for himself. So is JRC. JRC's playing very smart with the Jet. He's using those abilities to the best of their ability, which is the one thing I also really wanted to see, as we were saying. I wanted to see all these players using their, utility and abilities and whatnot to the best they can, and we're really seeing that come to light here right now. And, even having then Casper, one of your better players on for the side of St. Clair, he's not even having to do a whole lot. He's not having to carry them or anything like that right now. Blossom, JRC, everybody holding their own. St. Clair, really impressed.
Definitely. St. Clair is looking really good. They're a very offensive, defensive team, if that makes sense. JRC gonna peek this angle again and try to get
Oh,
and he
oh my
does!
God!
Oh my goodness.
Bring out the tractors. He's farming it. And oh my goodness, that's going to be Wombat now providing some great util for himself. Going to slow down the B push for uOttawa Garnet. And honestly, one thing that's really just hurting them on the offensive side is JRC finding opening picks as easy as he is. And same with Blossom shutting down that whole A site.
Absolutely. Like, they can't go A at this point because every time they peek that one angle, JRC, like, every single time has managed to get a headshot onto whoever is trying to get through there. APL thought about going there for a second, but as you can see, they're like, no, we're just going to go behind and try to go to A by wrapping around. But, I mean, Blossom is holding the other entrance pretty well, so they have to be really careful if they're going to try to get through there.
Honestly, A's pretty open here right now. Blossom's given up a lot of his positioning here. He's now over here with Casper playing for Tree, so it's more like they're playing A retakes, which it's very interesting. They do have that ult coming through. I believe that's from the side of uOttawa Garnet. And then all the util coming through. Housey, yes, this is from uOttawa Garnet, just giving them that one little plant spot. Casper, though, will take down the Reyna. Spike does go down, now a 5-on-3, and the retake is looking to come through. Casper going to be the one to entry back here, but Housey going to be in here to answer. Blossom and Casper, though, they don't care. JRC's on the defuse. APL nowhere close. He's just saving his weapon. And wow, St. Clair. I'm just shocked. They're looking great right now.
Sorry, I thought we were watching Valorant Masters for a second there. I didn't realize it was St. Clair. Oh my goodness. Kind of popping off today, looking really good.
Yeah, they're looking really solid. They're shutting down a lot of these choke points that they've had a lot of tough times with before. And, I mean, this is really helping their momentum early. JRC's still continuing opping. Why else would he not be at this point in time in the game? They have guaranteed themselves at least a tie game at half, worst case scenario. And that's if uOttawa Garnet wins 5 more rounds in a row, which I don't think is going to happen. But JRC will be switching up his angle here a little bit, which I do like because I don't think they're going to give him the attention that he wants now anymore over on the other side. Oh, he has the intel. It's there! It's there! Like, you can't peek this man right now.
Every time he manages to get it. Oh, Blossom is going to go down to Housey. JRC! Oh, he goes down.
It's the jet dash. It's so lethal to find those frags. And, I think uOttawa Garnet, with that play that they just pulled off, they've really found where there might be a little bit of a hole in St. Clair's setup. Wombat, though, will spot out one. Gets a good frag to start things off. Now, this could make this a little more winnable. And 2-on-3, APL going down as well. This has definitely changed this whole round now. There is one player, the pinch, though. Electricians is here over near stairs towards this A main choke point, but Jeremy's the player that scares me right now. He does find one. VCan knows, they know where VCan is, both these players from uOttawa Garnet. What does VCan decide to do here? I mean, does bait the bomb out a little bit? It's not in a great position to do so. He does bait it a bit.
He needs to start defusing very shortly here. Elicitations is going to take
just
him
the
out.
Positioning that the side of uOttawa Garnet had, I mean, you can't win that there, to be completely honest, if you're weekend there. So no hard feelings there for him, probably for the rest of the team and whatnot. They're just going to regroup. They've only dropped their second round. They're still very happy with the lead that they have. And the buy is once again going to come through. JRC able to still afford that op. However, St. Clair, I don't think they're... Actually, no, they'll still be able to afford the op even if they lose this round again, because Wombat or Casper will buy it for him. So yeah, let's see how things work out here. I mean, you're not taking that op out of JRC's hands right now. I have no idea why you would, so they're going to keep that one. But JRC's actually going B, I think. I think I see him over at B.
Yeah. I'm actually a little surprised that uOttawa didn't pick up the op on the way out, where JRC's body was.
To be completely honest, I'm not, because just of the due fact that uOttawa Garnet is on the offensive side of things, and it's so hard in Valorant to find these, aggressive op picks here, especially on this map. So we won't see that one come through. But Housey has really good control of sight right now. But JRC, that's with the pistol!
JRC
Pistol
is
headshot through
popping
the
off
smoke.
today.
Yeah, JRC is having a day for himself. Casper finds one as well on the blade. That's Sova versus Sova down. APL will manage to get spiked, but Casper's going to be here and immediately shuts him down post afterwards. Jeremy now in a 1-on-5. What can you do? Casper will go down, but you still have 4 more players to deal with. He does find another, and he does almost find another, but yeah, you don't have enough bullets for that. JRC with 2 pistol kills that round. No op kills.
Interesting. I mean, he had the op there, but he chooses for the cheapest gun he has to whip out and get those headshots. Very good plays by everybody all around. For a second there, I thought they were going to be able to push onto site and plant bomb, but Casper was able to take out 3 players back to back to back there, kind of securing that win for St. Clair.
Yes, for sure. So, I mean, now at this point in time, St. Clair's guaranteeing themselves a worst case scenario, a 7-5 half, which is massive for them. And especially considering now that uOttawa Garnet not really on an ideal full buy. JRC, man, you're punishing them too much already. Yeah, gonna be an early 5-on-4, and like I was saying, I believe uOttawa Garnet is on pistols. He tries to go for another nice little cheeky shot there, but doesn't work out the best for him. But now, this is getting a little interesting. The recon bolt does give the location revealed onto Housey, which is very big, and does give Casper a kill. Very good stuff there from him. Wombat gonna trigger an alarm bot. Doesn't really matter, because now it's a 5-on-2. VCan takes down Jeremy as well. And now it's just pretty much essentially onto APL with his pistol, trying to do whatever he can. He already does get tagged down. He does rush out Casper. Casper, though, doesn't matter if he has his arrow out. He will still find that kill. Blade on site gets cleaned up by Blossom. Flawless round from St. Clair, forcing the scoreline now to 8-2.
Look at how happy all of them are. Fist bumps all around.
Oh, I'd be ecstatic if I was in there right now. So, wow. I'm surprised. Like, okay, I'm not surprised. This should have been called 2 rounds ago, to be completely honest.
Yes.
I believe that timeout should have been called just to slow things down, maybe pull some momentum away from St. Clair, talk about your strats in general and whatnot. But, wow, Amanda, this is a scoreline that we were not expecting to see so far into this game right now. And the guys are definitely very happy about it.
Absolutely. I know JRC has been using that op since the closed beta. He is absolutely cracked with it. Immediately picked it up and realized this is his gun. So it's great to see the improvement over time. And now, like, when he picks up that op, and it's every single time getting a headshot. Excellent gameplay by everybody, but that was very impressive by him.
Yeah, completely agreed with you on that one there. Very impressive. It's the dash away. The dash away is what makes it so lethal, because you get that shot and you're like, okay, if it's an opper, usually you can trade it out while the bullet's getting clicked back and whatnot to put in another bullet. That's how you always kill an opper. You know, I'm coming from a CSGO background. That's how you kill the CSGO oppers. You know, as soon as they get your teammate down or something like that, you can swing them and, you know, they're not ready. But you can't do that here in Valorant now when you have a great jet opper. And that's exactly what makes JRC so good at what he's doing right now, is because he's going to sit here in this tree position, or he's not there right now, but he's going to sit there in that position, find a pick, and he's gone in a matter of a millisecond. So crazy to see here, and let's see if we can see it continue through here. Blade going to be scoping out this A site here, providing himself a little bit of intel. He just wants to make sure that everything's all cleaned out there for him. But Casper gets aggressive, finds one, finds a second! The spray transfer, unreal from Casper. Wombat finds 2 as well! Wow! Just like that, 10 seconds in the round, all it's left is a Sova. Blossom shuts it down. That's a 20-second round, if that. If that. St. Clair Saints up 9-2 here. uOttawa Garnet has no answer for St. Clair right now.
I think that is the fastest round I've ever witnessed this team do, ever. That was absolutely crazy.
And they're on the defensive side.
Exactly. Like, this, when you're offensive, you think, like, okay, it's possible. You could peek some angles and whatnot. Defense, usually you have to wait for them to come to you. But, I mean, it was just so fast. He just swung out. Blossom and Casper swung out in that one little area on the catwalk and just got everybody.
The buy's not great here from uOttawa Garnet. Only 2 players have full armor. One of them's resulting in using a Guardian. One of them's resulting in using a Spectre. Just the situation overall right now, not ideal for them. Casper, watch out, buddy. There's a player behind you. Oh. He will get picked off, but JRC does find Housey in the process. So now Wombat, though, could find something here. Blossom finding a good one. Intrigue going to shut down this A site here a little bit more, but APL is here and does fire away some utility. JRC with another one. JRC is just lethal right now. 4-on-2 retake over towards A. APL could find something. Ultimately, though, will just close the garage door. Both players will be sitting there watching that garage door area now, both playing around this bomb. And overall, let's see how things work out. JRC going to be the one to maybe try to find something as he swings out here with his op. The defender Killjoy, that is going to be big for the side of St. Clair coming through. But it is already 3v2. JRC losing his life is not what you want to see by any means. Wombat will find APL now, all trying to find play. They find... Oh no. It's all up to VCan. VCan doesn't know where it is. VCan does clean it up, and VCan does get the defuse. That was really sketchy there for a second, though. However, St. Clair will manage to clean up the round, and do you know what? That is also a 10-2 half. A half I was not expecting to see in a million years.
Definitely not. I mean, today we went into this match thinking, you know, I don't know. I didn't want to say it, but I thought St. Clair, you know, they weren't going to win this one.
No, I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with saying it like that, right? They were the underdog here in the matchup, and that's just straight up facts, all right? Like, they lost this last game against the same squad, so, you know, now to see it here come through. Them to be up 10-2 guarantees makes them happy as of right now. And I said, just like about halfway through that half, I said, St. Clair needs to find a substantial amount of rounds here in this half if they do want to close out this game, because I'm not crazy about their attacking side. So now to see them, you know, get at least 10. They only need 3 here now to actually try to win out this game, where the side of uOttawa Garnet needs 11 to win and 10 to force an overtime.
Looks like Blady gonna start with the Sova dart here to try to see where anybody is. Casper taking his classic spot up on that box. Gonna see if anybody... Oh, they're actually gonna go for the rotate here over to B. It looks like they're gonna go through main. Blady is gonna take out Wombat. Jeremy gets a shot onto VCan here. So St. Clair is down 2 members.
Yeah, and APL finding that one there. I mean, looks like it's going to be a wrap for St. Clair. uOttawa Garnet just shutting them down too strong. Blossom does have Spike, and he has made his way over onto site. So they will get some plant down and some money for it. And there's a lot of players that are gushed over here near Casper. So Casper's in a great spot to maybe just bait out an exit frag or something along those lines. Everything's looking good for him. Trigger Discipline works out well. There's one.
Oh.
Now, can he find Jeremy as well? No, the shot's just not connecting. Now he's getting pushed. This could work out well for him. Finds that one.
Goodness.
He knows there's another player there. Blossom finds one as well. There is Elections on the defuse, though. Does he stick it? No, he doesn't. Housey finds one, and Elections finds the other onto Blossom. The ghost headshot so lethal. But a great effort there from St. Clair to turn things around. They do get that bomb, or sorry, spike. I always want to call it a bomb, but they do get that spike down. And uOttawa Garnet, you know, of course they do get the round one, but St. Clair also finds those 3 picks, which gets them a good amount of economy. So I don't know if they will force here in this round, just because they did get a good amount of economy advantage throughout that one. And they also do have that 10-3 scoreline lead. So let's see if we do see a buy come out from St. Clair. That's what I'm really looking to see. And yes, there it is. I'm not surprised, to be completely honest. They got the money they needed to buy here. And these are pretty even buys. The only thing that might not be even is their utility and their armor. But weaponry-wise, it's looking fairly even.
Absolutely. And we can see St. Clair, they don't really need to worry too much about, you know, making sure that they save to win the next round. Like, they have quite a few rounds on uOttawa right now, so they're not too scared. As I say that, looks like they're going to try to go pretty aggressive into this A site.
I don't like it. I don't like the play call here. Electricians and Jeremy going to find a couple there. This is what lost St. Clair their game on this map every time, is them trying to just force this point of the map. And it doesn't work. I'm going to be completely honest. It does not work. For St. Clair. Like, it might have worked like once every 10 times that they try it. So they need tree control earlier before they try to push through that. Now Casper finally has tree control, but it means nothing that he has tree control now that he's in a 2-on-4. Where JRC coming from the other side trying to help out as well. He does hear one player, but doesn't matter. He just has no health for his name. And St. Clair now in not a great spot here as Casper stuck in tree. APL going to shut him down. uOttawa Garnet going to pick up their 4th here now and slowly coming back to St. Clair's scoreline.
It really looks like you were saying, A is not a good site for them in that style.
It's A main. It's that little one doorway we're looking at right now with that A site. That's the door that just, like, they just can't get past, that I find. Like, that's the one that just gives them problems time after time after time again. And St. Clair, what are they buying here? This is interesting because, like, it's not a force, but it's like, I think it's like a half save, some sort of buy. It's a half buy, I guess. Pretty interesting to see because I thought they'd either be full buying or full savings. But hey, we'll see if this one can work out for them. I want to see a little bit more pressure towards mid and B, so let's see if we can see that come through.
Looks like Wombat gonna go on the B side here. The rest of his team will go through mid, hopefully to B.
Blossom has a lot of control.
Blossom definitely has a lot of control right now. He can see everything. Wombat gonna try to peek on this site. Doesn't really see anyone, but there is the Killjoy turret he has to look out for. Astra is holding that angle really tight, so as soon as he steps out, he needs to be careful.
Oh, he spots it, and he does get the tag on APL, but other than that, not too much damage. Casper will take down Housey, though, and Blade, though, going to answer back and takes down Casper. So now 4-on-3 in favor of uOttawa. Garnet here once again, all up to the Jet, the Astra, and the Killjoy for the side of St. Clair. They're going to try to make something work. It does look like the pressure is over towards that B site more than less, as we do have Killjoy way pushed up towards B main. That is going to be VCan. APL going to be the first one to give him problems, and that turret as well going to be not a huge help, especially with the Astra Stars on the ground too. So, I mean, uOttawa Garnet is fully set up for B right now.
Right now, St. Clair looking maybe to rotate out. As you can see Blossom with the bomb right now rotating over to A. But I think uOttawa kind of has an idea. You can see they're moving over. St. Clair doesn't have the best guns right now either. They're kind of just trying to work with what they've got. Elicitations knows that JRC is there. Gonna take him out.
There's no time. I mean, like, you're just gonna see the Sova from uOttawa Garnet just shut down Blossom here. Blossom really does no time to do that gunfight, and it's just gonna result in St. Clair dropping that round there. Maybe Beacon keeping a Sheriff, and I guess keeps a Sheriff here throughout this round. Does get a Marshal as well. So that's interesting that he does recover that and keeps those. I was not anticipating that. He was just kind of looking for a frag, but he couldn't find it. So he is going to buy armor, and he is going to keep that Sheriff. I think that's just going to be his weapon of choice for this round now.
I think right now it's smart to go with those assault rifles, or even
think
take the Marshal with you,
it.
right? Yeah. It's smart to go with the assault rifles. He could go with that Marshal, but he could carry the Sheriff as well. It's better to have both rather than just leave one. Wombat right now going to try to peek APL because, I mean, we've seen APL sit there before. It's kind of it's a very, very deadly spot if you're not careful.
So they know APL's here now, but there's the crossfire from uOttawa Garnet, so they have to focus both these players. Housey giving JRC a little bit of a taste of his own medicine there, and Housey here looking to do more as Blossom tries to make his way on site. APL does find 2, but Blossom and Casper answers back with 2 of their own. Now a 2-on-3 for St. Clair, but now all up to the Astra for St. Clair, and a 1-on-3. It's going to be Blossom. He will get shot down from Housey's op. Housey will get 2 with the op that round, and uOttawa Garnet will pick up their 4th straight round. Hence why I was scared of going to offense for St. Clair.
Absolutely. I mean, this doesn't look like the same St. Clair anymore. They look so confident on defense, and now on offense, they look like, you know, they don't look like quite the same confident team. Right now, they're going with all Sheriffs. You know, they have to eco, and if you keep losing rounds consistently like that, your eco is kind of messed up. And when you do have the chance to buy, if you don't win those rounds, then you have to wait another round and then the second one to be able to buy something decent.
Yeah, I completely agree. JRC, though, will start us off nicely here for the side of St. Clair. Now putting it to an early 5-on-4. Let's see if he can follow this up any further, though. We'll get tagged down ever so slightly here, but other than that, not a whole lot. Opper coming into play here now. That's going to be Housey putting some work in. He finds 2. JRC will find another on the Blade, but Housey and APL are just cleaning house right now. And it's going to be APL trying to find some more as well. I mean, this is just such a tough time right now for the side of St. Clair, especially now that the Astra and the Jet both do have their ults as well. I mean, VCan being the Killjoy, 20 HP. You do have Casper as a Sova at near full, so you're going to need to see Casper do a lot here. And he does still want to try to test out the waters over towards A, but not going to be a great decision as the Jet, the Op, or Housey does have the Op still in play as well.
So I know you're saying they're cleaning house, but I guess you could say they're cleaning Housey.
Yeah, Housey is cleaning his house.
Housey is cleaning house.
Yeah, so it's now all up to VCan here now with this Sheriff in play, and Housey going to shut him down, and that's going to be Housey with the 4K on his up. uOttawa Garnet will pick up their 5th consecutive round here now. St. Clair, they just can't get anything going on the offense. Personally, if you're St. Clair here, like, I know I'm no Valorant expert or no coach or whatnot, but I would just say, like, mid control is definitely something that is needed. If they're going to try to push through A, try pushing through tree. Try playing these positions. You know, look at what uOttawa Garnet did to take rounds on you, and do the same sort of thing, I'd say personally, because looks like St. Clair is really focused towards B or really focused towards A, rather than maybe playing off picks and going tree or going through market or something along those lines. They just look like they want to push through a site more than less.
They should try to go across cat and through tree. I think that would be really cool to see, but it looks like we're not going to see that quite yet. JRC knows somebody's on the other side. That's going to be Blade on the other side. Nobody is really peeking out yet. We're seeing another Jet Opper here. Housey looking for a headshot. So St. Clair needs to be really careful wherever they peek if they are going to play for picks here.
Yes, indeed. And, I mean, yeah, like, it's so tough, right? Wombat going to be over here towards A. And finally, A's actually fairly open if St. Clair wanted to make their moves over here towards it now. But it doesn't look like it's going to be a possibility as they don't have a whole lot of attention over towards A. But now they are drawing some resources over here because I do think that Sky from St. Clair does actually call out that there is fairly a free site over here. Housey goes down. They only really have to worry about Blade. And Blade will get partly smoked off there. He does still have a slight line of sight here, but nothing too major, and it does ultimately just push him off the site a little bit more. St. Clair got a pretty decent positioning here, and that's going to be 2 players spotted out. Doesn't matter though, JRC going to push in immediately. Electrician's going to be trying to find a frag potentially through the smoke, and Wombat will find that one. Blossom going to get the plant. JRC going to get shot from Blade from behind though, now a 4-on-3. And it's going to be uOttawa Garnet on the retakes, but Astra's wall is so good right now from St. Clair.
That's like a perfect smoke across all of heaven there. You know, they can't see where they're at all, but they can still use their util, try to see where St. Clair is. As I say that, Wombat is going to take out APL. Jeremy going to find Wombat. Blade and Jeremy need to go and defuse this bomb.
Oh, the Killjoy. The Killjoy from uOttawa Garnet is scary right now for St. Clair. It could give them a bomb defuse, and I mean, I think that St. Clair should be alright as long as they can
peek out and kill him.
Attackers win. Okay,
there we go.
They do find it, but everybody will die in result of it, so no economy does get saved from St. Clair here. However, it is that 11-7 scoreline, and that's just at this point, St. Clair, you don't care about economy if you get a round win at this point, right? I mean, you needed that round win, and they do find it there, so good stuff there for them. However, you know, at this point in time, you know, you just have to keep shutting down uOttawa Garnet. You have to be able to consistently do that right now. St. Clair, they do pick up that other one. They only need 1 more to guarantee themselves an overtime, and they only need 2 more to pick up the win. So they're really aiming towards that. Casper now going to be on the top of the leaderboard for the side of St. Clair. And it's going to be uOttawa Garnet. Going to be looking to lock down this B site. An aggressive off play from Housey. Going to give him 1. And the refrags can't even come through. That's what's so lethal about the Jet being in the Opera. I mean, the refrag should have been there. It's not there. They do know Electricians is in his current location. Jeremy, though, is here to help him out. So Jeremy not in an ideal position to help out. But yes, now he is. As Electrician finds 1. Almost finding a second. VCan, though, going to clean it up. Now a 4-on-3 in favor of uOttawa Garnet. St. Clair really anticipating that round to go a different way, but just didn't work out for the best.
They're really nervous to go mid by the looks of it. I don't know if they know that it's not a strong suit, or, you know, maybe they think that uOttawa will catch them in the open, but I feel like that might be the best place for them to go right now. I mean, VCan just kind of sitting in the middle with Bomb here. If he was managed to be killed right here, like, and he drops a bomb, that's going to be a really bad spot to leave Bomb wide out in the open there. They know that Jeremy is behind with this turret here. The little alarm bot comes out as well.
JRC and Blade will get each other spotted here now, so all the intel there between those 2 players, and it's going to ultimately result in JRC just backing off and now playing more of a mid position here. But not a lot of time remains on the clock for St. Clair to make a play in this round. It's a 3-on-4 with 25 seconds remaining, 4.5 seconds to plant this bomb. So it looks like the move is going to be A, and it's going to be all up to the Sofa and the Astra here, but with a Killjoy on rotation, Blade going to get spotted out, and he will get the intel, but it's going to be VCan now getting that plant, but APL and Jeremy clean things up, and that's just uOttawa Garnet farming that site down. That's going to be St. Clair College now here, only leading by 3 over uOttawa, but uOttawa, like I was saying, they have picked up several rounds. It's 6-1 so far in this half.
It's like they're playing either too offensive or too slow, like too fast or too slow, because at that point they kind of had to go in sloppy and rush all of their moves because time was running out. They had 30 seconds on the clock. That's not a ton of time to work with, and they didn't have control of any area except for just that mid room there. So we're going to have to see what they're going to do this round.
Yeah, so now St. Clair also going to be forced onto pistols here, which just makes things, you know, even more difficult than they were before. which is not a good sight if you are from the side of St. Clair. Utility come through, will blind out Electricians, and does open up a little bit for St. Clair, but that bomb going down, not what you want to see. If Electricians just catching them by the skin of their teeth on the behind. Jeremy finds one as well. That's another one. Electricians is just literally farming these pistol players. Casper will find one with his ghost, but other than that, don't think he's going to be able to do a whole lot. He falls off with 6 HP, and I mean, he's just trying to do whatever he can. Sometimes makes it through that shock dart.
I thought he was gone for sure
yeah,
there.
I completely agree with you there. Blade, though, probably going to take him down.
There's not much Casper can really do here. I mean, he might be able to take out one, but I don't know if he can take out the rest. And as I
he
said,
got a dink.
Blady is going to take him out.
Yeah, he got Blady down to like 20 HP, though, so very good stuff there from him with that ghost. Does at least make him buy some more armor. Though 11-9. This is scary here now because, you know, it's not long ago that I remember a scoreline being 10-2. So,
yeah.
Yeah, this is not good if you are from the side of St. Clair, but you only need a couple more. That's the only thing you have to keep in the back of the mind, right? You win one, and it's so massive because that's like 50% of the rounds you need to win this game at this point in time. You do see JRC looking a little stressed down there with the other guys as well. Looking like, all right, guys, we actually, like, seriously focus up. Let's go. Like, there's no way we can lose this game, essentially.
Absolutely. I mean, St. Clair, you don't want to push it to an overtime because then that's kind of a bit of a gamble. You have to win by 2. And that might be a little bit difficult if you have a defense and then offense that you swap in between. So I think St. Clair wants to try to get to 12 as soon as possible and then secure 13 before Ottawa can. As I say that, JRC going to take out Housey. Looks like JRC and Casper are going to try to push in to this little garage area.
So they have the player advantage and tons of intel. The cards are all in St. Clair's favor. Can they use it to their beneficiary? That's what I'm wondering. Blossom finds one Jeremy there. APL will get the refrag, but that is a-okay if you're for St. Clair. You just have to find him here now with Wombat. They've used their utility perfectly. All up to the Reno now for uOttawa Garnet. He will find one around that CT side, but I mean, it's not too much of a concern right now for the side of St. Clair. It's a 3-on-1 with Arena having to retake. Everybody has their post plant set up for St. Clair. This should be a 12-9 scoreline here shortly. And now location revealed as well. Elicitation's
going to try to get this. Oh my goodness, takes out Beacon, but Wombat going to take out Elicitations for that round win. They are 12-9. This is match point. If St. Clair can get one more game, then they win the first game in the series, which could be a huge boost to confidence and might be able to give them just that enough of that confidence to get through the next 2 games, or potentially just 1 game.
Yeah, so, I mean, St. Clair really focusing up for this one. You're going to see it in their next cams. They're locked and loaded. They're talking about strats. They're really communicating about how they want to play out this round, how they're going to do it. And that's one thing that I really do like to see. One thing that does make me a little concerned is, you know, VCAN not playing too hot of a game here right now. Having a pretty tough time. Housey not hitting that shot is very lucky for those players from St. Clair. I believe Casper was the one that bullet flew right by his head. So good stuff there from him to be able to keep his life. And also, that alarm bot, or sorry, that vulnerability bot, going to get completely shot out. And that's also very good to not give up too much of your utility, you know, usage here.
As soon as St. Clair started going mid, started changing up the strategy, it seemed like it started to work for them. So it looks like they're going to try to go to B side here. Jeremy kind of having a little bit of an idea about what's going on, you know, hearing that alt orb most likely there. Gonna take out that one Sova drone.
Oh,
Casper!
No. Jeremy had a great little, you know, alt there with his, and it's really going to hurt them. And Blade doing some as well. Going to be firing off those Sova. And Casper will actually find a nice little shock dart there onto Jeremy. That's actually bombed down for St. Clair. It is a 3-on-4 retake. And the Astro Wall is down. So this is definitely winnable. One thing that really does concern me is JRC's health. It is literally so minuscule that he just gets tapped the slightest. And it's going to be Casper, though, picking up a big one from B main. Now evening up the numbers. Blade will take down Blossom, though, which is a big concern, as I was saying. And JRC, being the last player remaining, does pop through. But it was so predictable where JRC was, and he was so weak that he was just not able to come through with that round there. And that's a pretty tough one to lose, as now uOttawa Garnet needing to win 2 in a row to force an overtime. St. Clair need to win 1 of the next 2 to not have to see an overtime.
If I was St. Clair this round, I would probably eco, and it looks like that's what they're going to go for. And then next round, you force, you full buy. You do whatever you can to win that round because you don't want to go to the overtime, because then that's, like I said, that's a gamble. It's anybody's game. you want to have the upper hand at any chance you get.
Just especially with how things have been going right now. Like, I feel like if we go to overtime, it's going to be like a 20-20 game because
Absolutely.
every defense side around is just going to be a win for them. So let's see what happens here. But it is going to be St. Clair looking to find this one here and shut down this game. We'll find out momentarily, though, as it is going to be uOttawa Garnet ready and suiting up for defense. The Pistols are going to be embracing them. Housey is spotted. The dash is very big there. You know, this jet play could be huge. Okay, Housey will have a little bit of the upper hand on that gunfight there. But, I mean, JRC did everything right there in that gunfight.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see Housey has been taking a page out of JRC's book. Ooh, Casper going to take out Blady. And VKN going to take out Elicitations. They have the upper hand at this moment. Blossom takes out Housey. St. Clair is up 4-2 on Ottawa. Jeremy going to take out Blossom. And Casper
should not have swung that. Casper should really not have swung that. Not needed, sorry. And now Jeremy pulling out both Killjoys.
Oh my goodness.
This will really benefit St. Clair for both Killjoys coming out.
Looks like Wombat found the perfect corner. Oh, and takes out Jeremy in the process. Gonna throw out his flash.
Wombat's detained though. It's a 1v1.
Oh my goodness. APL gonna try to go in for the defuse, but they both know where he's gonna be. Doesn't really have time to defuse. Killjoy gonna throw the swarm grenade. And APL's gonna get flashed. That's it. He doesn't have time to defuse.
Your St. Clair Saints win it with the skin on their teeth, and I guarantee you, look at the mess. They are fired up. I told them before this game, you boys better take a map on uOttawa, and here they are. They're taking maps on Ascent. A map that I was worried about when I first saw it. That also, personally, I do believe that was uOttawa Garnet's map pick. So very good stuff there from St. Clair. Now going to lead 1-0 here in this best-of-3 series. Outstanding performance there from Casper, dropping 24, and I think it was like 18 or 17, something along those lines. He had a great performance there from himself. I think he was the only one in the lobby with over 20 frags, I believe. Very good stuff there from him. We do actually have the scoreboard back up here. Yes, Casper, only one in the lobby with over 20 frags. He had 24 and 14. Close to that was Blossom with 19 and 16. And overall, the play was really good there from them. The only thing I would like to see is VKN maybe getting a little bit more involved more. But I feel like, yeah, he just overall, in general, had the least amount of engagements. He had the least amount of deaths. He had the least amount of kills. He had 19 engagements total compared to, like, Casper's, like, 38. Like, Casper literally had double VKN's engagements.
Absolutely. And they did win that map there and that final round. And not only did they win it, but they won it with pistols.
Yeah. Yeah, that was big. That was very, very, very big. I was very shocked, right? We both were like, okay, they're saving for last round. Makes sense. Whatever.
Exactly.
Blah, blah, blah. Most likely going to be a loss of a round here. Most likely going to see this one got like 12-11 scoreline. But nope, they ended up. So that's going to be St. Clair. Yeah, taking a very big game one there. And game one, I'm very surprised from the C. I'm very proud of them for taking that game there. Very good stuff there from the Saints. But the task is not over. You still have, 1 to 2 games to play, and St. Clair will have to win one right here, though. So let's see what happens. They have to win one of the next 2 now. But I think we're taking a 5-minute break real quick just for the players to use the washroom and whatnot, guys. So stay with us. We'll be right back with game number 2 in just a couple minutes.